Oshinoko has exploded in popularity ever since this first episode came out. That was an hour and 22 minutes. It was very well received, and everybody was just caught by surprise, because everybody's first impressions when they saw, let's say, just the cover image of Oshinoko, if they were anime only, and even before they started the manga, probably was like, this just looks like an idol series, an idol manga, an idol anime. Why is people hyping this up? Why are people saying this is amazing? And I think it wouldn't necessarily be too much of a stretch to say, after especially articles like this, where Oshinoko is probably the most popular anime from this anime season, which says a lot, because obviously it's contending with like something like Hell's Paradise, the Megumin Konosuba series, to also Heavenly Delusion. You know, there's a few series from this season that's legitimately amazing, even Gundam as well. And so when you just factor all of these things in, it's just like, Oshinoko really did just come in and sweep the competition. Not to say that the other series a part of the anime season is bad, but it just really shows that people were really stunned by the overall delivery and premiere of the first episode, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I've said my piece on this topic already, so I'm not going to kind of rehash my points from previous videos, but the big thing I want to talk about is this right quick, the meaning of the title of the series, which is not a spoiler, do not worry. I think it's a nice little trivia and stuff for those that are really getting into Oshinoko, but also I want to talk about the main topic, which is this article right here. So before I get into this article, let's talk about some trivia about the title and what it means, because honestly, I found this out yesterday, and I was just like, wait, what? Because Oshinoko doesn't really have a translated name. Like, for instance, everybody translates it as Oshinoko. That's what it is. Like, there's no other, like, name for it. And then, this is apparently trivia that was done for a chapter that came out, chapter 15, which, you know, this, once again, is not a really spoiler at all. It's just trivia on the title, and this is what it is. So, I want to read it first. As you might already know, the title of the manga, which is the Japanese right here, Oshinoko, let's break this title down a bit. Literally, this right here, Oshi, means to push. It can also refer to the act of supporting someone. This is similar to when you say you stan a celebrity. Everybody knows what the word stan something. This word is used a lot by idol fans to refer to their favorites. And then this Japanese symbol, ko, has several meanings. One meaning is to refer to a person, usually a young woman. So, putting them together, you get Oshinoko, meaning the girl that you support, aka I, from the first episode. In this case, it refers to I, the person that Aqua and Ruby supported in their previous lives. However, it also has another, less obvious meaning. Oshi can be used on its own to refer to your favorite person among a group. In this case, idols. Another layered meaning to it. Another meaning of ko is the child of someone. So, putting them together, you get Oshinoko, meaning the child of the idol that you support. Here it refers to I's children, Aqua and Ruby. Now, obviously, not everybody's going to care about this little detail. I know everybody that clicked on this video has probably clicked on the video for this, but I do think that this is very fascinating, and it just adds a new layer to just, like, Oshinoko, and how much thought was really put into the title, that it can mean two separate things, about Ai and how people supported her before her passing in the first episode, but also how Aqua and Ruby, you know, the title references them, and how they're the children of an idol and of Ai. I think it's legitimately an amazing title. It's multi-layered, and it added a whole new level of respect I have for the series, just with how much effort and thought was actually put in to what the title really does represent. So anyways, let's get into the main topic. So basically, Oshinoko shatters records to become the #1 series launch in streamers' history on HIDIVE. Now, let's get some context here. HIDIVE is the main streaming service that is obviously hosting, you know, Oshinoko. I'm not a sponsor to them. You know, if they want to sponsor me, please do so. I gladly will. But basically, I'm not a sponsor, but I'm going to talk about them. So they are a streaming service that obviously, you know, hosts a variety of anime. Obviously, Oshinoko is a big one. And basically, they published this article earlier, basically talking about how, like, Oshinoko has just completely destroyed records. You know, it is their #1 streaming series they've ever had on their platform, which makes a lot of sense, because HIDIVE, they do have some good stuff, like, legit. Like, they have Eminence and Shadow and stuff, and I know everybody loves Eminence and Shadow, like, you can see it, like, right here, but it's like, Oshinoko was definitely something that just came out of nowhere and really has gotten the entire community jumping for joy. And basically, nothing compares to the overall popularity to Oshinoko for what High Dive has so far released on their platform, which is legitimately amazing. It's good news overall for the industry because it means that, you know, there is a competitor to Disney, a competitor to Crunchyroll, etc. And I know not everybody likes High Dive. I know that, you know, there is a lot of flaws and problems with it. Like, you know, when you click on High Dive and you try to, like, sort through certain things or try to find things, it's a little bit difficult. It isn't the best, honestly, and I guess, as you can see here, I have Crunchyroll pulled up. It's a good comparison, and as much as I rag on, like, Crunchyroll, I've talked about, like, maybe their translations and stuff like that, Crunchyroll service has overall gotten better with time. It's not perfect, by no means, but it has gotten better. And obviously High Dive is a direct competitor to them, and I do think that legitimately looking at just the way the structure of High Dive is, the popularity of Oshinoko is obviously causing more people to subscribe to them, more people to dive in to watching stuff on their platform, which I think is overall a good thing. It allows people to basically, you know, talk and comment on, you know, the overall site, and allow the site to have improvements to be a direct competitor to Crunchyroll, because, once again, I don't think it's good for Crunchyroll to have just such a massive monopoly, or Sony, technically, to have such a massive monopoly over anime, because they pretty much control majority of all the West anime that is released. So I am very happy that High Dive has stepped into it, and is obviously reaching a great level of popularity, and definitely becoming one of the, you know, most talked about, like the anime that they have is one of the most talked about for the season, is legitimately amazing news. So just overall, I wanted to share this, because I think this is great, I think this is good for the industry, and I think that a lot of people that like Oshinoko would be happy to see this, that the overall community has really just exploded. Like, I was wrong. I thought Oshinoko would be popular, but I had no idea that Oshinoko would just be this popular. Like, it has honestly been ridiculous. The fact that there's just so much cosplay already I've seen, to just artwork and visuals of it, to just so many meme videos as well made on it, really does speak for itself just how popular it's gotten. I know that it obviously will lead to some toxicity within the community, etc., but that's what happens when anything becomes popular, so I'm not going to really dive into that. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to bring this to people's attention. I thought it was really cool and wanted to share. But be safe, stay healthy. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a like. It does help me out a lot. Chibi out.